my pleasure to extend a cheerful welcome to you all to this free online summer course on future trends in networking. Welcome the challengers. Look for the opportunities in every situation to learn and grow in wisdom. I now extend a warm welcome to our resource person for this evening, Ms. Rasiga, on behalf of our respected college chairman Sri D. Duraiswamy, Vice Chairman Sri D. Parandaman, Secretary Sri D. Dasarathan, Joint Secretary Sri S. Gopinath, Correspondent Sri S. Amarnath, Director Sri D. Sabarinath, our beloved Principal Dr. S. Ramachandran, Head of all UG and PG departments, professors, faculty members, and students of our institution. Thank you, Ms. Rasiga, for joining with us today. Before we begin this event, let me share a brief introduction of our institution. Dharma Naidu Educational and Charitable Trust established SA Engineering College in the year 1998 to 1999. We are a NAC A grade and ISO 9001 2015 certified institution located at Trivedkad. All our departments are NBA accredited. We are working autonomous from 2019 for a span of 10 years. We have 24 years of excellence with 9 UG programs which include BECE, EEE, CSC, Civil, Mechanical, and BTech IT, Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, Computer Science and Business System, along with 6 PG programs which are ME, CAD CAM,
Good evening.
Good evening, Sharmi. You are audible.
Good evening. And today our topic is future trends in networking. Before entering into our topic, we just first see the fundamentals of networking. And this is our course objective. First, we are going to see what is networking and history and uses, type of network, network topologies, and network devices. Let me first start with what is networking. Here, computer network refers to the interconnected computer devices. First of all, why we are using networking is to sharing the informations or data. The purpose of users networking is to share the informations or data. And let us consider a scenario with a sender and a receiver, and data is transmitted from a sender to receiver. with the help of a transmission medium. While transfer of data will follow certain protocols, and this is known as a communication protocol. This is called as networking. And next, history of computer networking. In the initial stage, ARPANET is the initial stage of a network which was introduced by Leonard Kleinrock in 1969, and then uh, the advanced version of an ARPANET is NSFNET, Natural Science Federation Network, and ARPANET NSFNET private network is connectively is called as an internet, which was introduced by an hardware company. And uses of computer networking. First, why we uses computer networking? Information and resource sharing. This is the basic need why we uses computer networking, to share the data and the information from one place to another place. And next, retrieving remote informations. Retrieving remote informations in by using a computer networking, user can retrieve what the data they needed. For example, we can uh, what the topics we need information, we can search from the Google and we can collect the information about that. This is retrieving remote information. And next, speedy interpersonal communication. Speedy interpersonal communication means the speed and volume of communication over network is nowadays is increased. Next, e-commerce. Nowadays we are mostly depending upon online business, commercial transaction. For buying and selling items, we are mostly using e-commerce sites. Next, highly reliable systems. In highly reliable systems, we can distribute the data wherever we want, in multiple sources. If any sources get data, we can get the data from the another sources. This is highly reliable system. And efficient system. Computer network nowadays reduce the cost of establishment of computer system. Next, VoIP. VoIP stands for Voice over Internet Protocol. Through this, we can receive telephone calls over the internet. This is VoIP. Example, WhatsApp call, email call, and next, types of network management. LAN. LAN stands for Local Area Network, which is used to interconnect a computer in a limited area, which is due to as referred to as an LAN. In LAN, we uses switches and objects to connect the systems. Switches and objects will be discussed in previous in coming slides. Next, in LAN, we are used in the limited area, such as school, libraries, homes, and office buildings. Next, WAN. WAN stands for Metropolitan Area Network, which is used to interconnect the computer resources over a geographical area. Uh, let's just like interconnecting two land and it is a point man is act as a center intermediate which is connected the hospital land, college land, factory land, and school land. And next, WAN. WAN stands for Wide Area Network. Wide Area Network, which is used to connect two LANs over a country. And this is LAN. For man, it is a small geographical area, and WAN, it is a large geographical area. And next, network topologies. Network, what is mean by topology? Topology means it is an arrangement of notches to communicate us with one devices with another devices. We make an arrangement, and this arrangement of nodes to establish the communication between the devices is called as a network topology. Then we will see about types of network: bus topology, network topologies, bus topologies, ring topology, star topology, mesh topology, tree topology, and hybrid topology. First, bus topology. Bus topology is to connect just the devices in which with the help of a single transmission media all the nodes are connected, and it is a linear bus connection. Let us consider a scenario, and in this device want to send a data to this end device, and while sending the data to the transmission medium, the data not only read to the destination device, the same copy of the data will be reached to all the intermediate devices which is present in the network, and this is known as bus topology. Benefits of bus topology: it is simple to use and install. With the help of a single transmission wire transmission media, we can install a bus topology. So it is very simple to install. If a node fail, it will not affect the other nodes. If any nodes get failed in the network, it will not affect the other nodes unless cabling is required. Yeah, we are using a single transmission media to communicate with the devices. Next, drawback of bus topology: here efficiency is less when nodes are more. uh, for bus topology, when we are seeing with 6 devices, its efficiency is more. When we are considering more than 100 devices, the strength of the signal will be decreased. So the best case scenario is that network will fail. If the transmission media of the bus is failed, and the whole network will get failed. A limited number of nodes can connected to the bus due to the limited bus length. The transmission media size is limited, so we are using only a limited devices to connect in bus topologies. And security issues and risks are more as messages are broadcasted to all the nodes. um, as I said earlier, when we are sending a data from one devices to another device, the data not only reaches to the destination device, and the copy of the data will be reflected to the all the devices which are presented in the network. So there is a security issues as is present in the bus topology. And next, ring topology. Ring topology, in which devices are connected with one and another and forms as a ring shapes, and it sends us the data in a sequential manner from one devices to another devices. In ring topology, a term token is specified. Let us consider a scenario. In this ring, as I said earlier, it is unidirectional. uh, from if this system want to if this source system want to send the data to this destination system, and the data will be forwarded to all the intermediate system which is present in between the source and destination, and it finally reaches to the destination device. So it is only unidirectional. While the data moves us from clockwise, it will move us towards just the clockwise. So it is unidirectional. And here a token is specified in a system is said to be token when it is have the time to send or receive the data. If this system is sending a data to another system, then this system is considered to be a token. And and then this token will be forwarded to this system, and this system is now act as a token, and it will send and receive the data. Benefits of ring topologies: all nodes will equal access. I said earlier, each nodes is act as a token to send and receive the data for a specific time period. So all nodes with equal access. Ring topology as cheap installation and expansion, and performances is better than the bus topology. Next, drawbacks of ring topology. It is difficult to add or delete a node, and it interrupts the network activity. When we wanted to add new devices, it will to add or delete a new devices, it will interrupt the whole network activity, and it is a main drawback in ring topology. And no security, as we said in a bus topology, if the data is want to send to this destination device, the data will be the same copy of a data will be moved through all the intermediate device, and then it finally reaches the destination, so there is no security. If one computer crashes, the entire system activity is disrupted. Yes, in ring topology, a system is connected to another system. When the data from this system is forwarded to this system, and it will moves from one system to another. If a system is get crashes, the network is disrupted. Next, star topology. Star topology, it is also a network topology in which all the devices are connected with the help of an hub. Here, hub is act as a centralized management. In star topology, uh, the data will be correctly census to the destination, and there is no copy of the data will be reflected in the other devices. That is the main advantage of the star topology. Benefits of star topology: it boosts fast performance due to low network traffic. As in bus topology and ring topology, the data will be moved from one devices to another devices, and then it finally reaches the destination. But in star topology, not like that. The source, the data will be received just to the hub, and it will be directly sent just to the destination, so there is no network traffic. It is easy to upgrade the hub as well as when it is required, and setup can be done easily and easily modified. In star topology, if a network is failed, it won't affects the rest of the network, because it will receive the data from the source, and correctly it will senses the data from, because it will senses the data from the source and correctly reaches to the destination, and there is no intermediate devices which will get the data. So if a devices it get crashed or affected, it won't affects the network. Drawback of star topology: the installation cost is extreme, as it is costlier to use. All nodes are dependent on the hub. In star topology, all the nodes are connected with the help of an hub. If a hub is failed, all the nodes will fail. That is the major disadvantage in star topology. Then mesh topology. In mesh topology, each is connected to all other devices. Here we can see the six devices. The six each devices is connected to all other devices in a point to point connection from one devices which is connected to other devices. uh, these devices will send each notches will be directly connected to the other devices. If if this uh, if this system want to send the data to this system, and it will send the data directly, there is no niches of an intermediate devices. Yeah. And benefits of mesh topologies: fault tolerance and reliable. Fault tolerance means, um, let us consider a scenario. If this devices want to send a data to this device, but if the connection is failed, and it has many ways as to send us the data to these devices, it will move to the fourth device, and with it send to the data to the destination devices. There are many other ways as to send the data to the destination devices if the direct connections is failed. That is the major advantages of using a mesh topology. And its drawback is complex structure. For a 3 to 4 devices, mesh topology will be applicable. For more devices, the structure will become a complex. Difficult to set up. It is difficult to set up initially, and it is much costlier when compared to other devices. And the risk of redundant connections is also there. And next, tree topology. In the tree topology, it will there is a root node or a root devices, in which the root devices is all the other systems are connected from the root devices, and it is also called as a hierarchical topology, which is mostly applied in a WAN networks. Benefits of tree topology: it is easy to expand the network with more nodes. The tree topology will be in a tree form. There will be a root nodes, and the remaining nodes are connected, and it will form like a tree structure. So we can expand just how many nodes that we wanted to install, and it is easy to manage and maintain, and the error can be easily detected in this network. And the drawback of tree topology is it is expensive, and if the root node is collapses, the network will be collapses, because the source data will be present in the root nodes. When the root nodes is get collapses, the data will not move from one devices to other devices, and this is the major drawback in tree topology. Next, hybrid topology. Hybrid, when two or more different types of topology are connected with an intermediate network devices, then it is called as an hybrid topology. Here in the images we can see there is a ring topology and star topology, and these two topologies are connected by using a hub, through which the data from the ring topology will be moved just with the star topology with the help of a hub. And the benefits of hybrid topology: it is easier to troubleshoot and provides a simple error detection techniques. Error can be easily find out in hybrid topology, and it is a flexible network topology, make it quite effective, because we can interconnect just two networks topologies. We can with the help of an app, we can connect just other three topology, and we can share the data from one topology network to another topology network. And the drawback is it is not easy to design, because here we are using two topologies network. One is string topology and another one is star topology, so it is not easy to design, and it is Next, network nodes. Network nodes is an end devices, which is network devices used for the connections, and the network devices such as repeaters, hubs, bridges, switches, modems, and firewalls, which is used to sense the data, receive the data from one end and senses the data to the other end with the help of a network devices. Repeaters. Repeaters is present in the physical layer of a OSI model. OSI model is consists of 7 layers. In that, the repeaters will be mostly operated in the physical layer, and the main functions of the repeaters is to regenerate just the signals. It is the main functions of the repeaters. For example, when we are sending a data, and the date and the net and the signal will be become an alternated signal at a point, and it will become weak. It The correct data will not be reaches to the destination. At that time, just we are using the repeaters to regenerate the alternated signals, that is the weak signals, and we will regenerate just the weak signal and maintain the strength of the signal, and then it is finally reaches to the destination. This is the main purpose of using the repeaters. Then ups. In the OSI model, ups are also present in the physical layer, and which is used to connect multiple devices. As we seen in LAN network can be built with the help of an hub, in which multiple devices are connected with the help of an hub, and the data can be sent from one devices to another devices. Yeah, what is the purpose of using a hub means, to sense the data and transmits the data to all the ports. Here, here all the devices are connected with the help of a hub. There is one sender, and the hub will receive the data from the sender, and it will distribute all the uh, data to all the network devices. It will not send to the current destination devices. This is the main drawback of hub. It will send us all the copy of devices. It will send the copy of data to all the network devices. Next, routers are mostly operated in the network layers in the OSI model, and routers are the main purpose of using the routers is to connect multiple LAN and WAN network, basically which are working on the same protocols. Routers are differ from hubs. In hubs, the data will be the copy of the data will be sent to all the devices which are present in that network. But routers will check just the IP address of the destination devices and sends the data to the correct destination devices. Let us consider a scenario, and this device is want to send the data which is present in this LAN devices, and the data will be moved just towards just the router will forward the data based on the IP address, and then depending upon the device IP address, the data will be shared to the destination. Next, bridges. Bridges is work bridges is operated mostly in the data link layer in a OSI model. Bridges are mostly used to interconnect two lines which are mm, bridges also correctly senses the data to the destination with the help of a MAC address. Bridges have the capability to read the MAC address and then senses the data to the correct destination. And bridges are mostly used in the large networks to divide just the network into small segments, and they are connected using the bridges. The data from this device is wanted to send to these devices. It will move us towards just the bridges will reach just the MAC address of the destination, and it will send us the data to the destination correctly. For routers, they have the capability of reading the IP address, and bridges, they have the capability of reading the MAC address. And then switches. Switches are perform the same work just like a hub, but there are slight difference in switches. Switches are operated in the data link layers. As we seen in hubs, it is used to connect just the LAN, as well as the switches are used to connect just the LAN. Hubs senses the data to all the devices which is present just in the network, but switches, it will transmit the data to the current destination with the help of the MAC address. That is the main difference between the hubs and the switch. In a network, a device wants us to sense a data from from one devices to another device. The switches will reach us the MAC address of the destination devices, and it will send us the data to the correct destination. And next, modem. Modem stands for modulation and demodulation. Modulation means is to convert just the analog signals into digital signals. Sorry, digital signal to analog signal. It is modulation, and demodulation is analog signal to digital signal. This is by using a modem to convert just an analog signal to digital signal, or to convert a digital signal to analog signal. This is the main purpose of using the modem. And here the modem is receive the telephone format, but the network devices will accept just the data in a digital format. In this cases, we are using the modem. It will convert just the analog signal from the telephone lines, and it converts just the analog signal into digital formats and sends us to the devices. And next, firewall. Firewall is also a network device, but we are mostly used firewall for a security purpose. It uh, it filters the data based on the IP address, MAC address, and the application data, and protects our networks. The LAN is sending a data to the WAN network, and here the firewall will filters the packets based on the IP address and MAC address and the application data, and then if there is, and then it sends the data to the correct devices. This is the working of the firewall. And in this session, we've seen about what is networking. Networking, which the purpose of networking is used to share the information or data from the sender to a receiver through a transmission medium with certain protocols. And we are seeing about the history of networking and uses of networking and types of networking. Types of networking, there are three types of networking: LAN, WAN, and MAN. LAN, which is used to connect the computer in a limited area, whereas MAN, which is used to connect resources in a geographical area, like LAN to LAN connections. In MAN, it uses switches and access for connection. And WAN is a wide area network which is used to connect two or more LANs over a country. And next we seen about network topologies. Network topology is to arrangements of the devices to transfer the data and to establish the communication between the nodes. In network topologies, we have seen about bus topology. Bus topology, which is used to connect all the devices through a common transmission medium, and it will not only senses the data to the destination device, and it will senses the copy of data to all the intermediate devices. And we seen about ring topology. Ring topology will senses the data in a sequential manner, and it is a unidirectional, and there will be a and each devices will act as a token, and that will senses and receives us the data from through the network. And next is in star topology. In star topology, the devices are connected with the help of a hubs or switches. Here these hubs or switches are act as a centralized management. And here in the star topology, the source data will be directly sent to the destination data, and there is no copy of a data will be seen here. And then tree topology. In tree topology, there will be a root node. From the root nodes, the data will be transmitted from one devices to another devices. And mesh topology. In mesh topology, every node is connected. Each node is connected directly with other nodes and transfer the data directly to other nodes, and it is a fault tolerance and reliable. Next, we have seen about just the network devices: repeaters, hubs, switches, modems, bridges, routers, and firewalls. Repeaters, the work of repeaters is to regenerate just the signal. That is to regenerate just the weak signal into a regenerates the weak signal and maintains the strength of the signal. And then ups are used to connect just the multiple devices, and it transfer the data, receives the data and transfer the data to all the devices which is presented in that network. And we seen about routers. Routers is to connect just multiple LAN and WAN network which has been working in a same protocols, and it will send us the data to the correct destination with the help of an IP address. Then bridges. Bridges is used to connect two LAN networks which are working on a same protocol, and bridges which have the capacity of reading the MAC address. With the help of the MAC address, it will send us the data to the correct destination. Then switches. Switches also used to connect multiple devices in LAN, and it also correctly sends us the data to the destination by reading the MAC address. Then modem. Modem is used to convert just the analog signal into a digital signal, and digital signals into a analog signal to share the data. And then firewall is used for the security purpose. It filters the package which is based on the IP address, MAC address, and the applications. Thank you.
I would maintain that thanks are the highest form of thought and that gratitude is happiness doubled by wonder. Gilbert K. Chesterton. Thank you, Ms. Rasika Har, for your outstanding discussion. We have now reached the end of this session, and this is the time to extend our gratitude for the successful completion of today's event, Future Trends in Networking. Gratitude is like a magnet. The more grateful you are, the more you will receive. I deem it my privilege in proposing the vote of thanks. At the outset, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the most management for providing an opportunity and extending full support to organize such an event. I would like to thank our principal sir, Dr. S. Ramachandran, for being a source of motivation and guiding us to conduct such events. I would like to thank our most eminent speaker, Ms. Rasika Hart, for spending her time with us and enlightening the stay with the knowledge. Profound thanks to the event organizing committee for playing a pivotal role in organizing and ensuring the smooth conduction of this event. I also thank all participants for accepting our invitation and extending full support. Dear participants, the feedback form will be posted in the chat box. Kindly do fill it. Once again, I thank you all.